Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Walrus Show. This is the show where we listen to walrus music. Joining us, please welcome our guests, Huisheng, Ejak, and Nathan.
Hey man, thank you so much for having us.
Alright, let us now talk about nature settings first.
Alright.
So, I wanna ask y'all about the Arctic region. What is an Arctic region?
The Arctic region is somewhere in the North Pole that is both cold and dry.
Oh, but what do you mean by cold and dry?
The reason why it's cold and dry is because the drop to minus 81 degrees Celsius, and that is the reason why it's so cold and dry.
That is really interesting. Alright, we'll take a small break. We will be back soon. Welcome back. Okay, let us now continue with the topic about the characteristics of walruses. Can you guys name some characteristics?
So there are two types of species of walruses, the Atlantic and Pacific type. These walruses can be 0.6 meter long and weigh over 1,500 kg. Also, you may ask, do they have tusks?
Oh, do they?
Yes, they use their tusks to help them haul themselves out of the water into the sea. Their tusks are also used for fighting with other walruses and defense against predators. And also, they could live up to 40.
Wow, that's interesting. That's a lot of information about walruses right there. The uses of the tusk are also really impressive. Could you guys tell us why walruses are so important to the nature, but also specifically to the Arctic?
Walruses help to control the population of clams, mollusks, worms, snails, soft-shell crabs, shrimps, and sea cucumber.
Wow, I didn't know walruses help to control the population of some species from overpopulating. That's, I guess. All right. Let us now talk about the importance of the Arctic to the walruses.
Yeah, so first of all, the Arctic is extremely crucial to walruses as it is their habitat. A habitat is defined as the natural home or environment of an animal, plant, or organism. In addition to that, the Arctic is also the place where the walruses live, breed, and feed. The Arctic sea ice provides walruses with a resting platform, access to offshore feeding areas, and also the seclusion from humans and other predators.
Walruses can have a large effect on the prey and play an important role in the Arctic ecosystem by influencing the structure of benthic invertebrate community. They can more than 50 clams in a single 7-minute dive into the bottom of the seafloor and consume 35 to 50 kilograms of food per day. Pregnant and nursing walruses consume even more food. As walruses root along the seafloor in search of food, they now blow through large quantities of sediments. They remove large quantities of prey from the seafloor, affect the structure of clam population, mix bottom sediments while foraging, create new microhabitats from discarded shells, and generate food for seafloor scavengers from uneaten scrap of prey.
Oh, wow, that is a lot of interesting facts about this creature. Holy.
Yeah.
All right, yo. So next, let us talk about the causes and effects of climate change and the Arctic regions that was caused mainly by human activities. Can one of you please just tell us how human activities have been affecting our environment so far?
Human activities such as deforestation, intensive agriculture, or fossil fuel has been destroying the walrus habitat, and it has been accelerating the rate of climate change.
These activities cause the melting of the Arctic region and spreads up the climate changing process. Also, when the Arctic ice melts, the ocean around it absorbs more sunlight, and that would cause it to heat up, making the world warmer.
And also, the fact that it has been warming since the ice ages shocked me so much, bro. Hmm. Perhaps could you tell us what is the effect changes towards the walruses?
The population of walruses has been decreasing gradually each year. Now, the population are only between 5 to 10,000 in the Arctic region.
Holy crap! Do you know how to prevent this from happening?
Yeah, we should start using renewable energy in our home, ours, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle. This will shrink your carbon profile.
Let us now talk about the impacts that climate change has had and will continue to have in the future if we carry on these human activities.
There's been several severe impacts. One of the impacts of climate change has been the melting of ices in the Arctic region. Besides that, the food chain in the region has also been negatively impacted, and the temperature has been rising by a lot.
Dang! Then how about the walruses? Like, what has been the impact on walruses?
Sure, climate change has, without doubt, had such a tremendous effect on the state of forests. Like the population of forests will decrease due to the altering food sources, and this will affect the food chain of polar bears and orcas.
Oh my god, man, that is hella sad.
Yeah,
My mind is just so blown away right now. Oh my. So, other than walruses, what other things that will happen?
other than walruses, the shrinking sea ice, the disappearing summer sea ice, and the melting ice is on a feedback loop, and that could lead to an increase of water level in the sea.
Wow, that's a lot more other things are being affected other than walruses. I'm shook. Okay, finally, let's wrap this Walrus Show up by letting the audiences at home know what they can do to help improve the conditions for our beloved walruses.
Ah, yes, finally.
So, what can we do to prevent this all from happening?
We can start with the three R's from the bottom: recycle, reuse, and reduce the usage of plastics and other material.
Oh, I see. We should all conserve with our energy usage. But how can the walruses population stable?
If we don't do anything harmful to our environment, the rate of climate change will be drastically be lowered and no walrus.
Oh, that is really informative. That is all for today's show. Thank you so much to those tuning in. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next week.